Time now for The Real Estate Connection with Stephen Theard, a realtor and certified probate and real estate specialist. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor looking to downsize, move up, or refinance, this program is for you.
Our house in the middle of our street. Something tells you that you've got to move in the middle of our street.
From probate sales to landscape design to home repairs and maintenance, this is your weekly look into all things real estate. Now your host for The Real Estate Connection, Stephen Theard.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Real Estate Connection with your host and real estate professional Stephen Theard with Good Patriot Realty, sponsored by Good Patriot Realty. Hey, I want to thank you for joining me on another episode. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about you decided to keep it and rent it. Now what? Right? Now what? So we're going to jump right on into that subject. Hey, if you're new to the program and you want to get notifications about the podcast, go ahead and hit that smash thumbs up button if you're on YouTube watching right now. Or if you're on Facebook, hit that like button, start a watch party, or send me an email at info@realestateconnectionradio.com and I'll sign you up for the podcast distribution list. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Or if you just want to go and sign up yourself, you can sign up on Podbean and look for the Real Estate Connection there, or Apple Podcasts. You can look for the Real Estate Connection there as well. You'll see me under the business section for Apple. I digress. Anyway, sponsored to you by yours truly, Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership, where we value private property rights and the building of generational wealth. And this topic runs right into that, the building of generational wealth. So you've decided that it's time to move or it's time to invest, right? You've either owned a property for a very long time and you want to move up and you've saved a lot of money. You've paid down your mortgage and you're thinking, I might want to keep this and rent it and build some generational wealth for myself and my family. Or you're looking to maybe move out of state and you want to keep a foothold in the state that you're in. And so you want to keep the property and rent it. Or you could be seeing changes in the marketplace. You could be seeing that prices are starting to level off, and it may be a good time to reach into your spare cash and buy an investment property. So you've decided to do that, just that, build that generational wealth for you and your family. Now what? Well, the first question is, do you want to get into this business? People want to diversify their portfolio for various reasons. But this one comes with a lot of responsibility and some legal issues tied to it. And you have to do the math. Even though you've saved a lot of money, you may not have the exact details of whether or not it makes sense for you. So the first thing to do is kind of look at the property and determine whether or not, determine what the rent is that you can get per month for the property. And then go back and see whether or not it's going to be a net positive or a break even or a net negative. Now, some of you may need a negative dollar amount coming in the door because you need a tax write-off. Some of you are fine with a break even because you're playing the equity game and you're looking to gain more equity in the property than cash flow. And some of you may be in that beautiful position, especially here in the state of California, where you've paid off the property entirely and you're looking at an equity position where you're going to be making money on the value of the home over time and a positive cash flow. So that's the first step. And then determining the rent, there are different various ways that you can go out and do that. If you don't feel comfortable, you can always give Stephen Theard a call at Good Patriot Realty and I can help you walk through that. And oh, by the way, Good Patriot Realty is moving into that space officially property management, and we'll be giving you more details later. But if you have any questions about it at all, give me a call at 408-472-0817 and 408-472-0817. And I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my neighbor's dog barking. There must be something going on. God bless him, because he keeps the neighborhood safe. Anyway, I digress. So, what are the steps? Now what? Okay, so you've gone through the homework and you've determined um, that it makes sense for you financially. Then you have to figure out how to market the property, get it out there for people to see, um, review tenants and background checks on everyone, do the paperwork, all kinds of stuff. So there's all sorts of things that you have to look into when you're considering leasing a home. Let's talk about paperwork first. There are some leasing contracts and laws out there that you need to adhere to when you're talking about leasing a property. There are different laws that affect a lease that's a year or less or a year or more that you're going to have to research to know whether or not you have certain responsibilities that you need to take care of as a landlord. The other thing you need to do is you need to be able to provide certain disclosure paperwork to your renters when it comes um, to giving doing a proper lease. Okay, so in the state of California, we're known for tons of laws. There's just a ton of different laws that are out there that we need to keep in mind when we're dealing with leasing property. And so you should do a overview if you can of the different rental laws that are out there in regards to leasing property and different disclosures that you need to provide to your tenants when leasing property. Also, discrimination laws that you need to adhere to and not discriminate against people for any reason, especially here in the state of California, where the discrimination laws are a little bit more robust than most states. And so you have to look into that to see how to do that and to keep yourself out of legal trouble. The next thing is background checks. I mentioned it earlier, but there is a process for doing a background check and taking a rental application. You're going to want to get the application that gives you the most information without breaking any rules. And then you're also going to want to do a background check for credit, for any bankruptcies, for past evictions, and also to have the application to provide income and job history, because it's very important that the person that you're dealing with has the stability to get into a lease where you feel or have analyzed and you're confident that they're going to make their rental payments on time and without defaulting. Because even though you do have some tools at your disposal for collecting rents and for evicting people for causes like that, it can become a long, drawn out process. There's a lot of protection for tenants in the state of California, and you may need to get an attorney to help you when it comes to going through the eviction process, which is very legal. Where else are we going for this? Oh, yes. So, disclosures, tenants, and tenants' rights. Okay. Also, you need to be open to receiving phone calls and texts about all sorts of different issues that may relate to your property. Mostly it's going to be clogged drains in toilets or maybe even a broken water heater. But the tenants will reach out to you when there are issues with the property. You need to have a bank account with some money in it so that you can address the issues that arise, because tenants have the right to quiet enjoyment of the property and also have the right to be able to live in a rental unit that has safety and health issues taken care of. So you're going to want to be able to address these issues right away and make sure you have handymen or professionals at your fingertips that you can call so that you can take care of issues as they arise. Also, collecting rent. You'll need to set up a way to collect rent, determine what the late rental penalty is going to be, how far out it will be before you collect a penalty for paying late, and then how to collect the money and where do you want it to go. Are you going to have direct deposit, ACH transfers? Will they be sending you a check, cashier's check? Will you have to go by and pick up the rent? So those are things that you have to keep in mind as well. Also, determining the rent rate. Now, that's important because if you list it too high, you won't have people applying. If you list it too low, you won't be maximizing the cash flow that you're getting out of the property as well. It needs to be fair. And there also are laws in the state of California related to rent control, and whether or not you as an individual fall into those rent control rules is something that you also need to look into. Now, if this seems like a lot, it is, and you can do it. I know lots of people who do this, but if you're looking to maybe not take on so much for yourself, give me a call, Stephen Theard with Good Patriot Realty. Phone call at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. I'd be happy to help or even provide those services for you. Again, California DRE number 017000019, licensed real estate broker in the state of California. So, those are just some of the issues and the things that you need to take into consideration when you're going to make that move. Now, from an investment perspective and building generational wealth, it absolutely is a good move if you decide to take it on. If you're in California, you're going to be making money over time, even when markets level or retract a little bit. California real estate has proven over time to go up. Even when we had the massive crash back in 2004, 2005, because of mortgages being made out of air and the market just tanked, people said during that time period the market will never come back. However, the market did come back. There's too much investor money in this, too much money invested and investor money invested in the state of California for the real estate market to stay suppressed. There are just too many people that have influences and power and have their money tied up in real estate to let that lay flat. Now, will the smart money take advantage of a down market? Absolutely, because the smart money always has cash set aside for when there's a dip in anything. If there's a dip in crypto, there's a dip in the real estate market, there's a dip in the stock market. Smart investors always have money set aside to buy the dip because they know over time that prices rebound. So this is a good time to start thinking about things as we're starting to see a slight shift in the market as inventory creeps up a little bit and interest rates are going up. It might be time to break out your war chest in order to take advantage of prices that are starting to level off, or if you've decided to move on and you're going to either stay in California and buy another home, keep your house, or if you're going to leave the state and buy another house and you want to keep your home as an investment. This is something absolutely you should think about. Being diversified in your portfolio is not a bad thing. People own stocks, they own bonds, they have a 401k, they may have an IRA, they may invest in funds, or they may even be into crypto. But spreading your money out in different investments that are smart, that will hold their value because they're not making no more real estate's being created. So there's a finite supply, it tends to hold value. It's a long entry in and it's a long exit out. So it makes it a little bit more stable than stocks and bonds and cryptocurrencies. And if you're looking for stability and cash flow, absolutely, in building generational wealth, this is the way to go. Again, if you have any questions about your specific fact pattern, give me a call, Stephen Theard at Good Patriot Realty at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me on today's show. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And God bless you and your family. And we will see you next week. And I'm going to leave you with this. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Thank you very much. We'll see you on another episode of The Real Estate Connection with your host, Stephen Theard. California DRE number 017-00019. Give me a call, y'all. 408-472-0817.
This has been The Real Estate Connection with Realtor and Certified Probate and Real Estate Specialist Stephen Theard. Licensed Cal DRE number 017-00019. For more information on this program, visit realestateconnectionradio.com. To contact Stephen directly, call 408-472-0817 or email info@realestateconnectionradio.com. And be sure to tune in next week at this time for The Real Estate Connection.